Hello everybody, welcome back to the Chainsaw Canuck. Excuse the new video format. Oh crap, I made a mess. So, I have a new phone that'll be here on Monday. Like some Murphy's Law, I dropped my old phone, my S21 Ultra, and it hit the side of the screen and it no longer turns on. Well, it turns on, it works, just the screen won't work. I was a little surprised by that, but it is what it is. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. What the hell, what is that in there? But anyways, so this is the locked up home light. Like, oil's been soaking in there for 2 days now. It's as good as it's going to get. That's cold beer. Not cold beer. Anyways, we're going to open up and see what's what. See how effed this thing is. And yeah, it's going to be kind of a dry video because I'm just taking apart a saw. What the hell? Oh wow, there's like a auto light spark plug in here, which does not belong at all. Hopefully the big socket in here, big spark plug socket. Yeah, I'm going to pause this while I look for that. I didn't expect that to. This isn't going well. Okay, well, we'll worry about the spark plug after. I'm going to have to deal with that now. We'll just start taking this guy apart. First off, get this muffler. This muffler casing is... it's like a chunk broken off of it, which I've never seen before. I guess it would have cracked from heat and something. I don't know. It is what it is, right? So, check the moon frame. Like I said, I'm not used. This is a tablet. This is a tablet that we bought for music for our wedding in 2017. I'm glad my new phone's on the way because I never updated the tracking, but I got a good case for it. That's a spacer. Okay, this screw has to go. These saws come apart fairly easy. I mean, they're easier saws to take apart. I don't like when people say that, oh, vintage saws are so much easier to work on. It's like, no. You take, I mean, vintage is relative, I guess, but you take something like a Husqvarna 2 series, like a 266 or something. Those things are easy. Those things are easy to work on, like unbelievably easy. I also want all the starter bolts in it. Oh, Jesus. Excuse my pitch. I don't want to do anything the hard way. Got my impact drivers right here. Make life easy. Recoil's in pretty good shape. Oh, actually, not really. No, that's even seized up. Everything's seized up on here. Yeah, that's interesting. This is... what year is this? It's a 1976 model. But it's got the... it doesn't have points. This is the home light module. It's the same one that's like used on the Super VI 200s, which is good. I'd like to see if it works, but I mean, you can't pull this thing over. Anyways, I have two size we're looking at. There we go. That's what I want right there. I can stay in there since I got two of them on the go right now. Don't strip. Just don't sleep it. Okay, so it's an intake block. Take a look at this intake block. Can't see any cracks in it, which is good. Sometimes these crack. This one seems to be alright. The reed lock, I'll wait to get that out. Sometimes you'll see about a 1/4 inch extension. That might make life easier going forward, possibly. Extension. That will come in handy in a bit. So also I got to take off the oil lines here, which is a 8mm wrench, which I cannot find one right now. Pause you guys while I look for one. I'm at the stage already where I clean the basement back up again, even though I just cleaned it. Let's get this clutch cover off. This clutch cover is in decent shape, and it's got some paint wear, but it's perfectly serviceable. This one's got a little adapter, which is always good. Well, this one's got the other adapter too, for running the like the D196 is nice. I think my other one accidentally went away. I wonder if any of these other ones have it. That one does not. That one does not. But still, it's nice to have one of those, because I think I sent. My other one went off with a saw unintentionally, but it is what it is. So this is the first XL76 or 130. They're the same saw. Indie Woods was actually asking what's the difference, and I have talked to people on House of Homelight, and the thing is, most of these ones have the heavy-duty clutch on them. I think they were always electronic ignition, they never had points. But when you compare that to the XL76 had points, it had the electronic, the red electronic chip, and it later had the Presto light. Like after the red home light chip here, these went to the Presto light as well. Which those coils have bad rap, and rightfully so. You can use a Husky 55 coil on them. This one, this other one that's in here, that's not a 55 coil. I don't know what that is. We'll see if it works eventually when we get to that one. That one's low on the totem pole of priorities. Actually, at work I've got little wrenches that are accelerator, where the open end has this little notch where you can. They do kind of work. It's like they don't work great, but they do work. They're a Mastercraft one, but I'm sure in the States, maybe Husky made them at Home Depot or whatever, or someone made them. Maybe they're. Everyone talks about certain tools. Oh, Craftsman or Snap-on tools. I'm pretty sure they're all made in the same plant. Like, I don't know if you can buy Craftsman wrenches anymore now that Sears is gone. At least Sears is gone here in Canada, but they were good, and Mastercraft are good too. Lifetime warranty. Like this is a Mastercraft. They're good quality. They have a cheaper line, but I always buy the higher end ones because they just seem a little harder. Okay, so that off. That ball guy off. This handle's actually in really nice shape. It's dirty as all get out, but so that can go down here, I guess. Okay, what next? I don't know, kind of. Kind of fastener that is. Nope, this works, so kind of is what it is. It's got to come off. And then those are, I don't think those are 5/16. I think those are quarter. Quarter. Do I have quarter? I do have quarter. Okay. My thought. salvage quarter. It's just that dirty. I'm actually really hoping this module works, because I actually like these Homelite ones. Some people don't. I do. Okay, that can live on the table. I actually have to set up the table again for all the new arrivals, but that's to be expected. Okay, so what do we do now? What do I want to do now? Let's get rid of that spark plug. I don't have a crescent wrench down here. No. Caveman it off with vice grips. Someone's gonna be cringing as I do this, but oh no, I do have that. Because I cannot find the 1316 spark plug socket up here. I'm not surprised, because that's one of those things I rarely ever use. Once again, this spark plug belongs in like probably a Ford V8. Like, look at that. Like, whatever. People just do what they do, I guess. Okay, do I want to? I guess I can start pulling off that cylinder. See, this is a wrench. I've shown this a few times. I modified this specifically for Homelites. That's been ground down. That's been shaved. And if you've worked on these, you know why I did that. Oh, what the hell? Something sharp in there. And to the vintage guys saying these are easier to work on than newer saws, yeah. In the time I've been working on this saw already, I could have put a new piston and cylinder in a Husqvarna 61 or 266. And that's no joke. So if you worked on those saws, you know that they are super easy to work on. Super. Oh, let's pull this reed block out and see what shape it's in. I expect it to be actually rusted. Because water definitely got into the saw. And I want to try and take the keeper out with it. Well, surprisingly, I'm bleeding. Yeah, whatever. Surprisingly, the reed block, there's a little bit of corrosion or something right up there, but it's actually not in bad shape. It's 100% salvageable in my opinion. Okay, let's keep working these bolts loose. Oh yeah, you can see corrosion in the crankcase there though. Bring you guys in. Don't know how it's going to focus. This does not have a great camera. Where's my little flashlight? There we go. Ooh. Well, you can see the white corrosion on the right-hand side counterweight there. So, like, water got in this thing. You won't see how bad it is till we get the cylinder off, and that's what we gotta do. But I'm hoping to get this thing running, believe it or not. I mean, minimal new parts. I mean, probably, well, I've got a carb for it, so technically we'll get a carb kit. Might get new rings. We'll see. If I can salvage rings that are on here, I will, just because this is an experiment. Homelite tough, right? I don't know how well this cylinder is going to come off, though. It's probably not going to want to come off. It depends how much corrosion there is. Come on, you. One more, and I think this is the hardest one too. It's been a while since I pulled one of these apart. I pulled a lot of them apart because I have to say, I mean, if I get one running, they usually fetch quite a bit on eBay. I started when I still saw on eBay now, though. I'll always put it for parts and repair because I had an issue. There was that one guy that said the saw fell in half, and I really don't know what he was talking about because it was a good running saw. It fell in half, I mean, that was just wild claims, wild claims. Never asked for money back, but still, just a negative score on my eBay. Okay. she's gonna be. This could be interesting. I wish I had a rubber mallet here at home, but I do not. The hell was that? No, it's the washer. Yeah, that's some seized on there. So the tablet decided to stop recording for a while there, so I'm in the midst to try and get the cylinder off. It's seized on there pretty dang good. I've been prying it. I just want to see what kind of carnage is actually in here. But it's a slow process to get this thing off. But it is slowly moving. What damage will be in here, I do not know. Because the thing is, the piston and cylinder could have been perfectly fine, but then somebody decided to leave, this got left outside, or, you know, flood. I don't know. Yeah, people are gonna say, "Oh, why are you prying it? That's not a good idea." But you know what? What else am I gonna do with it? The thing was soaking in oil. Aluminum corrodes. That piston crown corroded, so it's bigger than the bore. Corroded where the exhaust port was. Okay. I'm getting there though, slowly. I need to get a bigger tool. As I can. So if the studs weren't here, it'd be a lot easier because I could probably like twist it a little bit. Like if it was a more modern saw design. Which are better. I'd rather have machine screws holding this on than these studs and the bolts. So all these studs are. I actually got some new old stock ones here somewhere. I can show you what they look like if you don't know. Yeah, they're just these. I mean, they're kind of self-tapping. Oh, where's the camera? It's kind of self-tapping. So I mean, they drill a pilot hole and then they probably just put it on there and drive them in. I've never had to change one, but I've got some in case I ever have to. Okay, we're getting somewhere. There's all kinds of gnarliness in here. So close. There we go. Wow, that's... Yeah, look at that, eh? See all the... Look at my flashlight. God, the camera on this tablet sucks. You can see all the corrosion in the transfers. Oddly enough, though, the actual... I mean, don't look at the corrosion, but inside does not actually look all that bad. It really doesn't. This cylinder, I didn't chew it up that much either, so... In my opinion, that cylinder is salvageable. This still won't turn though. And you know what, the piston, I mean, it needs a lot of cleanup, but I mean, light again. And that's the exhaust side. There's no scoring on that piston. Like, I'm surprised, especially yeah, so I think this piston is actually salvageable. Having said that, I'm pretty sure the bearings are pretty flippin' locked up. Yeah. What? And all I got for penetrating oil is WD-40, which I know you're going to say, well, that's not very good penetrating oil. And you know what? You are 100% correct, but it's what I got. Hope that... I can even feel that the connecting rod bearing's seized. This thing must have been in a flood, but the cylinder is salvageable. Like, I mean, paper towel. I should get some proper shop towels one of these days. Oh, that's gnarly though. Like, sure there's more like corrosion in here than there should be. That's sort of rubbing right off. Let's get some WD-40 in there to help clean this up. And there's some white corrosion stuck to the plating, but I mean, it'll all wipe off. Hopefully this will somewhat come through, but I mean, that cylinder is still good. Like, you see all the flux, that's just more the aluminum oxide coming off, but yeah, that is perfectly salvageable. That's awesome. This piston is too, if I can just get this thing unlocked. Like, it is. It's really locked. But I'm just going to spray more WD-40 down, try and get it half-assed towards the bearings, and leave it for another couple of days. See what happens. I imagine the bearings are just a big old ball of rust. Did I grief on it? I think I might. Why not, right? I actually got new bearings for this, but honestly, if I have to change bearings, I probably won't do it, because it's just not something I like to do. Okay. Probably just gonna strip this out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like nothing. It's like a brand new saw now. Just have to convince the bearings to move. But yeah, see, that piston is actually not, sorry, the light, this camera sucks. But the piston itself is actually, I mean, it's dirty with all that aluminum crap, but that will clean up. But you can see inside the crankcase there, all the white mag death. But you know what? I think this thing's salvageable. And the thing is, I mean, I'm gonna let this soak. I'm gonna rinse this out with gas and spray it out with air, get all the loose crap out. But you know what? I'm thinking that, God, there's chunks of that stuff in there. Shit. Oh, avalanche. Stupid tablet. See if it even have a light on it. It doesn't. But yeah, that's, I mean, there's a lot of mag rod in there. Hopefully it's not rotted through anywhere, but it's part of the fun. Oh, it's starting to loosen up a bit. This thing, you know, it's, I did want to put together and run it, but the fact that the cylinder and piston are okay, I kind of don't, because I can just save that stuff and cut my losses. I mean, there's no losses here, but you know what I mean, right? Because I do have, oh yeah, because I do have another crankcase that I could use to build a saw. It's kind of ugly. See, this one came off a saw. Obviously came off a saw, but it's got a big, nasty JB Weld repair on the front. That's kind of why I didn't want to use it, but you know what? It might be better than the alternative. Fuel line, surprisingly in good shape. Where's that going? So yeah, I might just salvage it for parts. Clutch is good. Piston's good. Like, I can't believe what nice shape the piston and cylinder are. Like, that's unreal. This thing was completely locked up. I mean, there's some white marks where the piston was sitting, but I think that just will... Oh yeah, it just rubs right off. I should be using this. Might grab a piece of copper. Yeah, be gentle with this. But yeah, completely serviceable cylinder. That's awesome. Anyways, that's it for today. I'm gonna make decisions on what I'm gonna proceed with this saw. Made a mess down here. Anyways, that's it. Bye.